You uncover the window to get enough light to see. And what happened? Snow, wind, rain, freezing cold. Haven't you suffered enough? At Robin Cook & Sons, we supply a unique material that lets in the light but keeps out the weather. Window glass. It's clear to see it's the coming thing. Robin Cook & Sons Master Glaziers.
Inventors often know little about business. The greatest inventor of our age, Johann Gutenberg, creator of the printing press, learned this today. For a report, here's William of Augsburg.
This is the Gutenberg printing press. Unlike the Chinese woodblock method of printing, it uses movable type and a more efficient design based on the machine used to press wine from grapes. However, Gutenberg's press no longer belongs to Herr Gutenberg, but to Johann Fust, a wealthy gold merchant. Herr Fust, how did you come to own Gutenberg's press?
Gutenberg came to me for a loan. I advanced him 1,600 guilders to complete his printing device. But when I proposed that we print some books so that we might make a nice little profit, he kept putting me off. Kept repeating it wasn't ready. Oh, no. He wanted to print the Bible, in color of all things. Imagine, a project like that would have taken years.
You're an evil man, Fust. 19 years it took to create my press. 19 years of sleepless nights, broken parts, and frustration. I used this to carve my first wooden letters. It's all I have left now. Here, you might as well take that too.
Why must you be so dramatic, Johann? It was your fault, you know. Yours alone. You simply weren't practical. That's why I sued you. And, Johann, that's why I won. You're a dreamer. I'm a businessman.
My Bible could have been beautiful, Fust. Don't you understand? Money is nothing compared with beauty.
This invention could produce some important changes in our society. Books can now be printed at a far lower cost, making their ideas available to many people for the first time. But the profits will apparently go to the businessmen like Herr Fust and not the dreamers like Johann Gutenberg. William of Augsburg, EBC News.
Today was the end of time for the Aztec people, a time which must be tied up if their civilization is to continue. Aztec time runs in 52-year cycles. At the end of each cycle, their sun god requires human sacrifice to tie up the old-time sequence and begin a new one. More than 100 slaves and prisoners were put to death today on top of their pyramid of the sun.
Lawyers question the validity of confessions under torture.
Witness a miracle in the making at Cordoba Brothers Papers. Our tireless devotion to the Eastern art of papermaking assures you an experience you will never forget. Far superior to parchment, it's smooth, it's white, it's paper.
It's not just a manuscript, it's a miracle.
Fine papers from Cordoba Brothers for words that will pass the test of time.
After 200 years of nearly constant warfare with the Thai army, the rulers of the Khmer Empire have abandoned their capital city, the fabled Angkor Wat. They moved southward to the new capital of their now much smaller empire, Phnom Penh. Viewpoints tonight looks at the activities of the Church's Inquisition in Spain. Our guests are the Inquisitor General and Juan de Mariana, a lawyer critical of the new court.
The Church only uses the court to catch heretics and backsliding Jewish converts to Christianity. Such people are an insult to God.
Your court is an insult to God. Informers in every town, arresting people on suspicion. Secret trials with unidentified witnesses.
Without secrecy, no one would have courage to denounce another. And the accused is treated fairly.
Oh, yes. Everyone gets broken on the rack, swallows molten lead, or gets a hot poker in the eye until they confess. You torture innocent people who believe the church...
They show no respect for the church and its leaders.
So you kill them, then seize their property.
This is your concern. God has commanded our work, you heretic.
Thank you, gentlemen. For decades, the haunting memory of the Black Death permeated art, science, and government. Philosophers compared themselves to the ancient Greeks and said, We are dwarfs standing on the shoulders of giants. But a renaissance or a rebirth has begun in the lovely city of Florence.
Florence is the new Athens. Walk through the city and you will see a new love of learning and creation. Man can be the master of his own fate. Others don't think that way yet, but here in Florence, we do. Look at my friend, Filippo Brunelleschi. He invented a new form of art called perspective, which created a furor among our citizens. Look at this Giotto, a great artist from the last century. It looks flat. Now, look at this Bellini. It's like looking through a window. And that is just a single example. In Florence, we are in a new age, focused on making life better.
And that's the way it was May 30th, 1431. I'm Robert of Fairfield. Thank you for joining us, and good night.